Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I have a bunch of amazing genius hacks which I'm so excited to share with you. This will save your time and make your life a whole lot easier. So let's dive right into them. If you're looking for storing cheese for a longer time in the fridge and you don't know how to do it, let's take a look at this easy and simple method with all the ingredients that you already have at home. So I'm going to be sharing with you this tip to store cheese for longer time in the refrigerator. Always remove it from the plastic wrap which it comes in, because the plastic tends to make the cheese sweat and it actually decreases its shelf life. Use a parchment or baking paper and wrap it around the cheese. And the next step is, in the container where you're going to store the cheese, put 1 teaspoon of sugar, as sugar prevents mold and sweating of cheese. You can store it in an airtight container in the dark side of the refrigerator. Many times after boiling potatoes, we notice that there is a black stain at the bottom of the vessel, which is later on quite hard to remove and it's difficult to take it out. So in order to avoid the vessels from becoming blackened after boiling potatoes, there's a simple trick that you can follow. This tip has been shared by a very close aunt of mine and I used it and it works so very well. So you place the potatoes in the vessel that you're going to cook and then just add 2 lemon slices. You can in fact add used lemon rind also, it works the same way. I put in 2 slices as you can see. Then you add water and salt and put it for boiling. Let's check. The potatoes now they are cooked, and as you can see, the vessel below stays as it was. It has not blackened and there's no black tinge. If you're the one like me who uses thermosplats very often, or even if you don't use them, sometimes we find a very weird smell inside, and then you don't feel like pouring in the liquid. There's a simple way to get rid of this smell by following this technique. So in order to remove the weird smell, I'm going to be adding 2 teaspoons of baking soda and I'm going to follow it up with 1 cup of warm water. You're going to pour inside. And leave it for around 10 minutes. So after you finish rinsing, you just keep it for air drying and you will notice the smell is completely gone. The other day I wanted to make something which needs a lot of breadcrumbs and I was short of breadcrumbs. So I remembered once somebody had recommended me to try crushing cornflakes with a roller pin in a Ziploc bag and use it instead of breadcrumbs. I tried it and it worked so very well. So I have this rack in my kitchen and it is for storing all the pans and everything in order. But I realized that it was occupying so much space and every time I needed a certain size of a pan, I had to lift a couple of them in order to get the one which I'm looking for. So to make the process simpler, I found this organizer which comes with different compartments. You can arrange them in order of the size of the pans that you have at home and even slide through the lids of the pans so that the access is easy and occupies less space. So I'm very fond of cooking, and many times I like to try new recipes. But sometimes it gets really hard when you're trying to cook and you're also trying to follow the recipe from your phone or from whichever gadget that you're using. These hooks are very practical. You can put them on a wall in your kitchen, and you can put your gadget easily where you watch the recipe and you're cooking at the same time without having to hold anything in your hand, and your hands are free. Coming to the vegetable compartment in our refrigerator. Now this is a spot that I at least avoid cleaning, because to take out all the vegetables every certain time and clean the bottom, it is tiresome. It's one more work added to your already long list of things you have to clean. So what I did is, I found this way of arranging vegetables on top of a paper towel, and every time you got in new vegetables, you just take out the ones which are half used, whatever is remaining. You just take the entire paper towel together, clean it with that, and put a fresh one. Like that your time saves, and whatever residues fall from the vegetables are just on the paper towel and not entering the drawer. Now this tip is for the ladies. We all use makeup, and many times the makeup palettes come with a lot of shades, which of course, after using a couple of times, they tend to get mixed up, and there's a lot of smudge, around each and every shade. In order to clean it, either you can take a wet wipe and clean one by one, or here's a very fast and easy method. We are going to clean these makeup palettes using a simple technique. You just need a wet wipe and a smaller box of compact or eyeshadow that you have. You can just cover that box with the wet wipe and wipe over the smudged makeup. Like that, you will maintain it clean, and it just wipes through the excess without touching the base of the product. The next tip is, if you have a broken chain and you don't know what to do with it, here's a simple way to convert them into pretty earrings. I'm reusing a broken chain that I had lying in my drawer. It was a thin chain, so it easily got cut with a big scissors. I just removed the hook and the loops. Coming to our top tip, the last tip of this particular video is how can you thread a needle using paper. So let's take a look how to do it. Sometimes when you want to thread a needle, it's quite tricky. Either the eye of the needle is too small, or maybe the thread has a lot of strands and it doesn't just go inside. Let's try a new method. You just need a piece of paper in which you have to fold it and place the thread, and you have to try cutting it in such a way so that it's thin enough to enter the eye of the needle. Now the thread remains inside. So you smoothen out, then again the strand is a bit more outside. You cut off the extra thread which is hanging, and then insert this tip into the eye of the needle. Gently pull out the thread, and there it is. Super simple and effective. I'll see you soon again in my next video. Bye-bye.